Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to In the City episode 7. It is currently 6 AM in the morning and Kimberly has gotten up. Kimberly is getting ready to drop Aurora off at preschool this morning, and then after that she is actually going to be heading on a gym date with Isaac, which Kimberly isn't actually really looking forward to because she has been very much avoiding Isaac recently. She has been struggling a lot with her feelings, and the biggest avoidance of them all is that in the last episode of the series, Kimberly did find out that she is pregnant. We ended off the episode with her going to Harper and asking Harper for some advice. It's been a while now and Kimberly is getting very close to her second trimester of this pregnancy, and she can't really hide the baby bump for any longer. As you can see, it is slowly growing now. It's not really being hidden by her clothes anymore. So today she is going to break the news to Isaac and also hopefully Aiden if she can get the chance to, as she has to tell everyone at some point. She's already told her friends and she's already told her dad as well, which went down really well for her. Her dad was very much in shock, a little bit disappointed with her, but he is going to support her, of course, just like he did with Kimberly when she was pregnant with Aurora. As you can see though, Kimberly is not feeling too great this morning. She has a quite bad morning sickness. She is really considering cancelling the gym date with Isaac, but she doesn't want to cancel on him anymore and avoid him anymore because she has been avoiding him enough, and he is really going to start catching on if Kimberly stops seeing him. So she's going to get ready to go. She's going to go anyway. As you can see though, her gym outfit is looking a bit different. She has kept her leggings on, but she has put on an oversized hoodie over the top to try and hide her bump before she breaks the news to Isaac. Even though Kimberly and Isaac have only been seeing each other for a while, she still feels like she needs to tell him this. She doesn't want to just leave him in the dark, just avoid him completely. She's not too sure where she stands with the way that she's feeling at the moment, but the fact that this baby could also be Isaac's baby means that she feels pretty obliged to tell him this information. She also does want to try and tell Aiden today as well. Of course, Aiden is going to find out at some point, so she is going to try and tell him today. She's probably going to pick Aurora up from preschool and then head over to his house. If not today, we will definitely try tomorrow. Kimberly is going to eat up her fruit salad. She's just made herself something fresh to hopefully make her feel a bit better. I don't know how much exercise she's going to want to do at the gym, but she's going to give it a go and hopefully she will be okay. But it's time to drop off a little Aurora to preschool this morning. So Kimberly is going to drop her off really quick, and then I think we will catch up with Kimberly again when she has arrived at the gym. Kimberly has made it to the gym. She is just currently in the bathroom. She's just taking a moment to calm herself down. She is not feeling too good and she doesn't want to show it in front of Isaac. She's also just checking her bump, making sure that it's hidden. She doesn't want Isaac to suspect anything yet. She wants to be ready to tell him. But I think she's going to psych herself up and just get herself ready to go. I'm going to get her to come and sit outside and wait for Isaac to arrive. I think she is going to quickly send a panicked text to Harper and be a bit like, I can't do this, he's going to find out. I'm not ready to tell him yet. Isaac has arrived. He's here to meet Kimberly. They're going to say hello to each other, probably ask each other how they are. Kimberly, of course, is going to say that she's good, she's doing great actually. I think before they head inside, Isaac is going to question Kimberly's choice of outfit today. I think he would kind of just be like, Kimberly in an oversized sweater? I would have never pictured that. And I think Kimberly is just going to be like, oh, yeah, I was just really cold today, that's all. I feel like a little bit of a lame excuse from her because I don't think Isaac would really buy that very much. As I did mention in the last episode, when they did schedule this date, Kimberly picked a gym date, so then she didn't have to make too much conversation with Isaac. She could have picked a restaurant, but she knew that she'd have to sit down with him and talk to him, and she really is not quite sure what to say at the moment because of everything going on. So I think she's going to say to him, I'm going to have a go on the treadmill. He's going to go ahead and lift some weights. Definitely not a lot of conversation going on at all right now. Maybe just a couple of looks at one another, but other than that, nothing else is really being said. I think though, as Isaac is working out, I think he might be still questioning in his head, just thinking Kimberly is just acting really strange. I really don't know what's up with her. Kimberly has a very big personality, so I feel like anyone around her can really tell when she's being very off. These two have now finished working out together. I think that Kimberly is going to say, well, that was really fun. Nice to get in a bit of exercise, I guess. Isaac is going to say, yeah, it was really nice. We should definitely work out together more often. Isaac is going to kind of get up and suggest leaving. And I think as Isaac suggests leaving, she is going to kind of be like, oh, do you want to head back to your apartment for a bit? Isaac is going to say, sure, okay, we can head back to mine. So Kimberly and Isaac are going to get going now and head back to Isaac's apartment. I can imagine as Kimberly is walking out, she probably has butterflies in her stomach. She's probably feeling so nervous. She probably is not ready to tell Isaac, but she's been putting it off for a while now, and she knows that she needs to tell him at some point. So these two are going to make their way back to Isaac's, and we'll meet up with them when they do arrive. So they have arrived back at Isaac's apartment and they're going to probably take a seat, just chill out, maybe grab a drink. Kimberly is going to come and take a seat. Isaac is going to come and sit down as well, but he also offered to make Kimberly a coffee, but Kimberly has declined. She's just going to say, oh no, I'm okay, thank you. I don't really fancy one right now, even though she's lying, of course. She's just not going to have one because she's pregnant. And I think Isaac is going to be like, oh, okay. That's very unlike you. You're such a coffee lover. And Kimberly is just going to be like, oh, no, I just really don't fancy one today. And I think Isaac is going to just question her again and just be like, are you sure? And Kimberly is going to be like, I'm sure, I'm fine, thank you. Anyway, I think Kimberly is just going to kind of get straight to the point. And I think she's going to kind of say, hey, can I talk to you for a moment? I think Isaac was kind of expecting a conversation like this to crop up, as he has definitely noticed Kimberly being very off. So he's going to kind of be like, are you okay? What do you need to talk about? I think he is also going to mention, you know, you have been acting a bit off lately. I think he's going to ask, is it me? Did I do something? Please, if it is, just tell me. And I think Kimberly is going to say, no, you didn't do anything wrong. It's nothing to do with you. Well, it does kind of concern you. And he's gonna kind of be like, okay, I've kind of been hiding something from you for a while. And Isaac's still gonna kind of be like, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's kind of bad news, good news. I don't really know what kind of news. Isaac, I know this is gonna come to such a big shock, but I'm pregnant. And I think Isaac is going to kind of be smiling, but also his eyes are going to widen and he's just going to be like, what? And Kimberly's going to say, yeah, I'm pregnant. And I was kind of keeping it a bit of a secret for a while because I just wasn't sure how to tell you. Please don't be mad. And I think Isaac is going to kind of be like, right, okay. By the way, I'm not mad at you. How could I be mad at you? You haven't done anything wrong. I think he's going to kind of just ask a few questions. He's going to be like, how long have you known for? Has it been a long time? He actually is beginning to look a bit uncomfortable. So I do think he is struggling to kind of process this information a bit. Even though he's not too sure if to ask this or not, he is going to kind of say, you know, so you're pregnant with my baby, right? Of course, Isaac is going to assume this because Isaac is under the impression that it's only him and Kimberly, and around Love Day they were seeing each other, of course, as we saw in episode 5. So of course he is just going to naturally assume that it is his baby, and Kimberly is probably in a bit of a panic right now in her brain, thinking, what do I say? What do I say? Because this might not be true. But she's just going to respond with a, oh yeah, I mean, whose else would it be, right? I know this is crazy and I just feel like I sprung this on you and you never expected to have a child, but I had to tell you. I couldn't keep it a secret forever, and well, I feel like you probably need to know. This is definitely kind of awkward. They're both kind of just sitting there. Isaac has gone on his phone, so I think he just needs a second to process what's going on. Kimberly definitely isn't looking too happy. I think she is kind of feeling a bit of a guilt because because she of course has just told Isaac that this is his baby, but she isn't 100% sure about that. This could be Aiden's baby for all she knows, as of course she did sleep with Aiden around at the same time as Isaac. But of course Kimberly has not told Isaac about Aiden. She knows that that would destroy their relationship if she does want one with Isaac, as technically she did cheat on him, which does make Kimberly the bad guy in this situation. We're going to control on Isaac for a second, and he is feeling very embarrassed, so I think he is gonna kind of just have a deep conversation. So how do you want to go about this? We of course haven't really been in a relationship for too long. We're still very much in the early days, and now we're having a child together. This is kind of crazy. Isaac is very much a loyal sim, a very caring sim, so of course he is going to support Kimberly throughout this. I think Isaac is going to say to Kimberly that he is going to be there for her, but I think right now he is also kind of asking her, you know, where do they stand? As you can see, their relationship bar has gone down a bit in the romance section. I think this news kind of has taken a bit of an impact on their romantic relationship. I think Isaac may be getting hints that Kimberly may not be as interested as he assumed she was. So I think right now this whole conversation that they're having is kind of a bit of a confusion, and they just don't really know where they stand with each other right now. I would like to say, and I think they would both like to think, that they do really like each other, but right now, especially Kimberly, as we're mostly playing from Kimberly's perspective, I think Kimberly is really not sure how she feels. She definitely still cares for Isaac, and I think that she would still really like Isaac to be in the baby's life, of course. And I think Isaac is kind of making that clear as they do have this conversation, that he is there to help her out and will be there for her, of course. And I think actually he is going to kind of try and make it clear to her that, you know, that they can make this work. I think by that conversation, Kimberly definitely has the reassurance that Isaac is going to be there for her and that they are going to try and make their relationship work out. Their moods have picked up a bit, but I think Kimberly is going to get on heading home now, so I think that they are going to say goodbye to one another, but I think they are just going to leave that conversation there for now, and Kimberly is going to get heading home. It's now a few hours later, and Kimberly has picked Aurora up from preschool. They've had their dinner, and now Aurora is heading to bed. Kimberly is also going to head to sleep soon too. This pregnancy is definitely taking it out of her energy level wise. She is just so tired all the time. I think first though, before she does head to bed, she is going to send a text on the girls group chat. She is going to say to them and suggest about going to the spa tomorrow. She really needs to relax and chill out a bit, so she's messaged her best friends to see if they want to spend the day with her tomorrow. She is going to get herself to bed though, so hopefully tomorrow she'll be taking a very much needed trip to the spa. But not only that, she is going to have to go ahead and head over to Aiden's tomorrow to also break the pregnancy news to him, as well, as she can't hide it from him. She sees him all the time dropping off and picking up Aurora from his house, and also he probably should know, as it could be his baby as well, and I think he definitely will be under the impression of that as well. But for now, I'm going to let Kimberly get some sleep after this whirlwind of a day, and we will catch up with her again in the morning. It is now the next day, and Kimberly has arrived at the spa with her friends. They have all come along. They are going to have a girly spa day together. So I'm going to get the three of them to come in here and change into their robes. I did also invite Vanessa with us as well. We only have Harper and Esme here, but Vanessa didn't show up, so I'm just assuming that she may be busy. But they're all going to get changed into their robes, and they're going to come and sit down and relax. And now it's just down to these two because Harper has gone off to work. So it's just these two having a spa day now. But they definitely both look very, very relaxed. I think this was very much needed for Kimberly. I think as they are just chilling out, Esme and Kimberly are going to have a chat. Esme is just going to ask her how is she doing, because of course Kimberly is struggling quite a lot at the moment, especially with this pregnancy. I think Kimberly is just going to say, I'm doing okay, I'm just feeling quite tired tired and morning sickness is getting to me. I think as they talk as well, Esme is going to kind of just say, do you know, I cannot wait to be an auntie to another second Kensington baby. And I think she's going to kind of say, do you think it's going to be a boy or a girl? I think Kimberly's going to say, do you know, I really don't know. I haven't really had any gut instincts. I wonder what Aurora would say. I haven't really asked her too much if she would like a baby sister or a baby brother. I think Esme is going to say, I feel like it's going to be a girl or a boy. No, a girl. Esme, of course, is in the loop with everything that has been going on, so she is going to be like, so how did it go with Isaac yesterday? And Kimberly is going to say, it went pretty well, I think. I mean, he took the news quite well, but I kind of have one slight issue, and I think Esme is going to kind of open her eye a bit and be like, Kimberly, what did you do? And Kimberly is going to say, well, I kind of told him that the baby is definitely his, and that might not be 100% true. And Esme is going to kind of say, Kimberly, I kind of freaked. I didn't know what to say. He just assumed that it was his, and rightfully so. I mean, I told him that I was only seeing him. We were pretty much close to getting into an official relationship. They're going to talk about it a bit more, but move the conversation on and of course talk about what Kimberly is going to be doing this afternoon, which is telling Aiden. And I think Esme is going to ask her how she's feeling about that, and Kimberly is going to say a bit nervous, but honestly I'm not too nervous. I was more nervous to tell Isaac. I think, you know, I know Aiden a bit better. For some reason I feel a lot more comfortable telling him. And Esme is just going to kind of say, well, good luck. But Kimberly is going to peek at her phone and see that it's nearly 4 PM. It's time to pick Aurora up. So she's going to get ready to go. She's going to give Esme a hug, but I definitely think that she needed this relaxation time and a well-needed chat with one of her best friends. So they're going to say goodbye and Kimberly is going to get going. We get her changed back into her outfit. She has on gym gear again today. Gym gear is the only thing hiding her bump at the moment, and I think it's also the only clothes that she's feeling comfortable in right now. I think Kimberly is definitely going to have to go shopping at some point for some clothes to wear as she gets further into her pregnancy. But Kimberly is all ready to go. She is going to head to Aiden's house after picking up Aurora from preschool to break the news to him that she is expecting a baby. These two have arrived. Kimberly is going to go ahead and come and knock on the door. Aurora is off to play in the garden and check out her plant that she planted, of course. She's always checking up on that. So Kimberly is going to go ahead and come and knock on the door. It looks like Aiden is in the kitchen, so we are going to come and say hello. Looks like he is eating some pancakes. I think Kimberly's going to just say, hey, how are you doing? And Aiden's going to be like, I'm good, how are you? They've actually given each other a hug, which is really sweet. They don't usually do that. And I think Kimberly's going to say, I'm doing okay, could be better. And I think Aiden's going to say, what's up? And Kimberly is just going to say, well, I actually came to talk to you about something. And he's like, okay. So Kimberly's just going to say, so, I have something to tell you. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is going to come to a big shock, but I can't really hide it from you any longer because I don't think it's going to be physically possible. And he is going to kind of say, well, what are you talking about? You're kind of starting to worry me, Kimberly. What news have you got? And Kimberly is going to say, okay, well, I'm pregnant. And he's going to say, you're pregnant? Congrats, I guess. I don't really know what to say. Kimberly's going to be like, yeah, it came to a bit of a shock to me too. I really didn't expect this. Aiden's going to say, me neither. Have you told everyone else? Esme, Harper, what about your dad? How did he react? And Kimberly's going to say, he took it really well actually. He kind of was showing his disappointment a bit towards me. I don't think he's that pleased, but I think he's secretly quite happy to have another grandchild. They have just gone ahead and headed into the kitchen though for a second. And I think Aiden is going to kind of be quite serious. And I think he is going to kind of be like, on a serious note though, are you okay? He's going to kind of grab her hands, but just more in a friendly way, not really a romantic way. And he's just going to ask her, you know, are you okay? Do you need anything? Do you need any help? I think Kimberly is going to kind of say, honestly, right now, I really don't know. I'm going to be here for you, of course. Anything you need, I'm one call away. If you need me to look after Aurora more often, I'm more than happy to do that. If you want me to take you to the doctor's appointment, I can do that as well. And I think Kimberly is going to say, well, it's okay. Slow down. It's fine. I've got them to go ahead and sit down just because it is a bit easier. I do think think though Aiden is going to ask the question if it is his baby or not. I think he would just ask and he would like to know. Aiden is very much aware of the situation that Kimberly is in right now. He does know that she is seeing Isaac. He's never met him himself. And obviously he knows that she was seeing him and they saw each other just once, but it did happen. So I think he is just going to ask that question. And to this, Kimberly is gonna say, honestly, Aiden, I actually am really not quite sure if this is Isaac's baby or your baby. I think I'm gonna have to go and get a DNA test. I should probably find out, shouldn't I? And Aiden is gonna say, yeah, that probably would be a good idea. What did you say to Isaac? Kimberly is going to say, I actually was a really bad person and I said it was his because I panicked and I didn't know what to say. I think Aiden isn't going to really have much of a response to that. I think he's just going to kind of sit there, kind of nod his head and just try and process the information a bit. I think as they sit there and talk though, they're just going to go through a few things and definitely have more of an in-depth conversation than Kimberly and Isaac had. I think Kimberly is going to speak a little bit about how the apartment is quite small. She needs to look for a new apartment, so she's going to start doing that because she needs another bedroom. She's probably going to talk a bit about her pregnancy symptoms. She's just going to go over a bit of everything and talk a little bit about everything to Aiden. And Aiden is going to kind of end the conversation off with, you know, I will always be there for you. No matter what is going to happen, I'll be there for you, I promise. I'm going to say it and put it out there for the story that I definitely think Aiden still has quite a lot of feelings for Kimberly. He's also a very, very nice person, and Kimberly is Aurora's mother, of course. They have always been close since Aurora has been born, just not close in a romantic way anymore. But I definitely think still Aiden has a lot of feelings for Kimberly, and I think that is definitely going to come across during this conversation. Aiden is going to make sure that Kimberly knows that he will be there for her if it's his baby or not his baby. He is still going to care for her and care for this baby as well and help her out as much as he can. Kimberly is very much appreciative of this. I think she really is gonna express her admiration for Aiden. But I think it's time that Kimberly and Aurora get going. Aiden is going to go ahead and give Kimberly one more hug at goodbye. And of course he can't forget to say goodbye to Aurora, so he's going to come and say goodbye to her as well. She'll be coming over for the weekend very soon. But it is time that these two get going and head back home. But that is where I'm going to end today's episode. I really hope that you did enjoy it. Luckily for Kimberly, that conversation ended really well with Aiden and she has Aiden's full support, and I think right now she is feeling a little bit like Aiden is going to be her safety blanket throughout all of this, as he has really put across that he's going to be there for her, and I think that's really sweet. In the next episode, we are going to be spending more time with Kimberly, trying to navigate her way through her pregnancy. She is probably going to be in the second trimester in the next episode, so her pregnancy would have progressed a bit. We may potentially find out the gender of the baby as well. I'm not too sure just yet. I think as well Kimberly is going to have a bit more of a talk with Isaac and find out where they stand, and potentially we're going to have to do some apartment hunting in the next episode because Kimberly needs a bigger apartment. There is not enough room for her, Aurora and another new baby on the way. So I hope that you're looking forward to the next episode. I can't wait to see what is going to unfold. But other than that, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I really hope that you did enjoy it. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and I will see you again very soon. Bye!